Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's been a couple of days since Prince Renathal has been unleashed into the Hearthstone meta, changing it forever with 40 cards and 40 health, and I thought I would go over 5 decks from Standard and Wild, plus a few more this time around, that you can play and reasonably expect to climb, whether it's getting to Platinum for the first time, Silver, Gold, Legend, whatever. And the season is resetting tomorrow, so I thought I'd give you guys a head start on it, considering we're gonna have a bunch of card reveals coming up starting on July 1st, so get ready for that. Speaking of the next expansion, I have a giveaway going on of 2 regular pre-orders and 1 mega bundle. All you have to do to enter is like and comment on the video in the description below, subscribe to the channel, and for every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, that's when we'll do the giveaway, I will add another mega bundle to the giveaway. So hit that subscribe button, make me go broke. So yes, Prince Renathal unleashed into Hearthstone, and I'm gonna say right out the gate, Standard, he's actually not showing to be that good. Using HS replay statistics, only 1 Prince Renathal deck is tier 1, but I'm gonna include a couple of bonus decks that are doing well enough that you can probably climb and have some fun with in both Standard and Wild that are probably still not the best. He's an amazing, cool card, but so far the numbers aren't showing that he's really building the best decks quite yet. But of course, I'll keep you posted when there's that meta breaker. So let's start off with some Renathal decks in Standard. And first we have Prestor Druid. This is the deck that's probably the most popular. People are playing it a lot, and basically, you know, you have your 40 cards in here, and it gives you extra dragons from your Lady Prestor, which transforms all minions in your deck into random dragons, and you can tutor her out with Capture Coldtooth Mine. She's your most expensive card, and if you've already drawn her, then you get Guff. So it's pretty consistent in that regard. You just have a bunch of like garbage minions, honestly, and you just hope to get Prestor and get ridiculous dragons. The deck is showing sub 50% win rate though, across at high legend at least, so be aware the deck itself is not spectacular, but people are having a lot of fun with it, so I thought I would recommend it. Another Prince Renathal deck that people seem to enjoy playing, not so much facing, is Curse Warlock. The expanded health for Curse Warlock just allows you to live longer, letting you get to your game plan of just getting a lot of curses in your opponent's hand, whether it be from an Abyssal Wave, a Zakul, but of course copying them with your Tamsman Royan, your Drag Below, and you have your Circus Cultist and all that, and you have Zola to copy up as well with Brand Bronzebeard. So it's just a bunch of removal, a bunch of healing, a bunch of draw. You can even disrupt your opponent a little bit. We got Immolate in here. You got your board clear in Gigafin and Twisting Nether. This deck statistically is performing about as well as the Prestor Druid, both not doing amazingly well, but again, I wanted to give you guys some Renathal decks to try out because, again, you probably want to give that one a go. However, there is one Prince Renathal deck that is actually tier 1 on H's replay right now at high legend, and I hate this deck so much. I tweeted this out, or over here, I tweeted this out. Can we delete alignment? I just find the card to be so unfun. So you know what? It's a challenge to you guys. How about you guys all play Alignment Druid, bump up its win rate or play rate so they nerf it or delete it or whatever. So yes, this deck's doing well because, well, Renathal allows you to live longer. One of the big downsides of Alignment Druid is you die too fast, and now you have more time to get to your Earthern skills pay off in your Guff and your Miracle Growth, even Primordial Drake in here. You have the endgame win condition of Kazakhstan, and yes, this deck is performing very well at high legend, and 40 cards when Druid has so much card draw and so much quality of cards doesn't seem to hurt it too much, and it's doing very well, and I'd be totally fine with that if it wasn't for alignment, which is just one of the most unbelievably frustrating cards to face in the game. That's it for the Renathal decks. I want to go over now just more consistent. These are pretty much all better decks than the ones I mentioned, except for maybe Alignment Druid. Naga Priest is still doing very well. Built around Serpent Wig, Mana Cheat with your Murkwater Scribe, Radiant Elemental. Just build up a big minion, bless, smork your opponent down, and you just get so much value, especially when you have School Teacher in here. Have Amalgam of the Deep. You can keep reloading with stats and value. The deck does very well. Just very underplayed. People don't seem to enjoy playing it. This deck, Boat Rogue, though, is definitely not underplayed. Still very strong, even with a 7 mana Mr. Smite. Built all around getting your Ajaran Vessel out. You can prep it out, and then for 1 mana, you play Gunfish, and you have a 1 mana 6/6 that draws a card. That's obscene. Of course, you have Wild Paw Knoll, which is still disgusting, and you can high roll some pretty crazy death rattles with your Reconnaissance and all that. No other real Burgle package in here, sadly. It makes me sad that not even test is still worth it. But overall, deck's really good. People love playing it, and I gotta recommend it. It's still performing very well. For you Murloc enthusiasts out there, Murloc Shaman is actually doing very well. And if you're looking at counter alignment Druid, this deck's pretty darn good. You fled the board very early with just aggressive Murlocs that just get out of control, and you kill your opponent with whether it's a Bloodlust, a Nofin Can Stop Us, a Murloc War Leader. It's just a solid card, and it's really carried by Clownfish. Just lets you cheat mana and get absurd stats very quickly. Deck's actually showing tier 1 stats at the moment at High Legend, so if you want to play some Murlocs, it's probably the best time to do it is right now. And lastly, I'll recommend Big Spell Mage. It's still showing a lot of promise, a lot of good stats. Some people have been playing like Pelican Diver, 1 mana 4/1. You might want to throw that in there. You might want to try that, maybe instead of 4 Watch Posts. I don't know, but overall, it's all built around Belinda. Belinda getting your spells out for cheap, or Barbaric Sorceress, which can cheat out the spells. It's all about cheating out the spells and then recasting them with Grey Sage Parrot. It's a pretty obscene, disgusting deck to face, but a lot of people have a lot of fun playing it. And again, it's still performing very well. For Wild, there just really isn't a good Prince Renathal deck that I've seen yet. People have been playing it a lot, but overall, it's not great. I'll highlight 2 decks though. First, this is Corbett's like Dark Lair without Dark Lair. You just, with 40 health, your Molten Giants are a little more flexible, and Flush Giants and all of that, but I found it to be worse than regular, like Pain Warlock. Honestly, I just took longer to find my Lotheb and Battlemaster, but it was pretty fun. It's got a lot of draw, a lot of self-damage effects, and you can, you can take it. You have 40 health, so that's pretty good. So you might even want to consider running into the hero card, the Tamsman hero card. That's a consideration to put in for more draw. But overall, if you want to try out a Prince deck, this is not too bad. And this deck I played today, I was like, my Golden Legendary deck worked pretty well. Well, I made a Pocket Galaxy deck, which is also very unfriendly for your budget, but overall really fun. And if you have a lot of these cards, give it a go. But overall, it's all about Luna's Pocket Galaxy and doing broken stuff with your Alexstrasza's and all of that. It's a really fun deck. I went like 60-65% with it at not very high legend and had a lot of fun. Be aware, you're gonna get farmed pretty hard by certain aggressive decks, in particular Quest Mage. Speaking of aggro decks, we're done with the Prince decks. We have Mech Paladin, really good deck. Just I see it all the time. You draw 5 cards with Radar Detector and then just mana cheat with your Mech Warp or Galvanizer. It's gross. And you even have some top end with the Leviathan, Lightforge Carriel. Really solid aggressive deck. Good for your quick games. Good for a quick climb, and relatively budget friendly. Pirate Rogue, of course, have to mention it like every single time because it's really good. Even with the 7 mana smite, you cheat out your pirates with your Swordfish, all that good stuff. You have Secret Passage in here. You have your Brigands, your Ship's Cannon. It's an obscene deck that kills people quickly. Even if they have the 40 HP to start, it's still pretty damn good. Quest Mage is probably the deck of choice if you're facing a lot of greedy stuff. You're facing a lot of these 40 HP decks with tons of value and all of that. Just play Quest Mage, because when you take a million turns in a row, you don't care if your opponent has 40 health points. It's really good in the current meta. Definitely tier 1. It's just super non-interactive, super degenerate. You're gonna get some angry friend requests playing it, but as somebody who plays it quite a bit myself, you'll have some success and probably have fun taking a lot of turns over and over, because yeah, you recast the quest reward with Grey Sage Barret, copy it with Potion of Illusion, get your brand in there. It's just absurd. And the last deck I will recommend has to be Free Shaman, Shudderwock Shaman. Also good against all the greedy decks right now. Better shot against aggro because you have Shudderwock, which can recast all your battle cries. You got Snowfall Guardian, which could freeze the board over and over and over. Mutinous, just eat things over and over and over. Dirty Rat, and of course you have your full board clear in Firemancer Flurgle, Toxfin, which you could tutor with your Ice Fishing. Disgustingly good deck. Absolutely infuriating to face, as are pretty much all the wild decks. And there you go. There are 5 decks from Standard Wild, plus a couple bonus ones this time around that you can expect to have some success with. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.